Hello, everyone. Hope you are doing well and enjoying this holiday season. We are back with another episode of PyBerlin podcast, and we have with us today one of our founding organizers, Anastasiia Tymoshchuk. Anastasia is the lead software engineer at ScoutBee right now, and she has over 10 years of experience in Python and tech. She's very active in the community, especially Python related community driven initiatives, is an active speaker at different conferences and events. And it is a great pleasure for us to have her today talking to you all and also as an organizer at PyBerlin. So, Anastasia, over to you. Welcome, Anastasia. It's a real pleasure to have you, and thank you for sparing some time for this. And please introduce yourself.
Hi, Shreya. Thank you for inviting. I'm really happy to share my experience. Actually, there were three founders who founded PyBerlin. It was Christian Barra, Matteo Guzzo, and me. We founded it like 1.5 years ago. It was like complete and still is complete volunteer job. Unfortunately, Christian left us and he's found in other communities for sure. He's super active, but we stayed for all of this time. My background is mostly Python. That's why Python community. Actually, I have a really interesting story to share how I started with Python because I'm former C++ developer. And some years ago when I just started, I didn't even know that I'm going to start with Python. I was C++ developer, super happy, started a new job. And then in a week after I started as mid C++ developer, our customer decided that 10 people, which are like one of the biggest teams in the company who are super skilled C++ developers, are going to learn Python, and now they're Python developers. So that's how I learned Python. Then I moved to Berlin. I'm here since already 4 years. And for a couple of years, I'm already leading teams on the technical level and also helping to build the community.
That's amazing. And I have worked with you on PyBerlin and organized a couple of events, online events right now. And the energy you have for it and the constant motivation is really commendable. So what made you start PyBerlin? And also could you share some ups and downs in the journey that you've had with this community?
Actually, I started my sort of path with all the communities here in Berlin from PyLadies Berlin chapter. Mm-hmm. That was my first experience in the communities, and it was so welcoming. It was super nice. And obviously they are welcoming not only ladies, but also everyone who is interested in Python. And idea was that we also love Python in PyBerlin. It's never enough learning of Python. We wanted to have one big diverse community where we will support everyone from data science, also from backend, from everything which is Python related. So everyone who is interested. And we just started it. It was Christian's idea. He invited me, and I just at that moment was super happy because I was thinking to start something community related, and it was like really great opportunity.
Wow. And is there any special episode that you remember through this, I think, 1.5 years of journey with PyBerlin that you would like to share?
I think obviously I remember 1 year anniversary. It was at Free Now. It was a really big, awesome office. It's like, I think it was one of the biggest events. Mm-hmm. And it was also anniversary. We were 3 of us there, despite that Christian is not helping to organize anymore, but he was there. We took a common picture of our organizers, and yeah, it was super nice. And also you were speaking there.
That was my first interaction with you and this community. And yes, I agree, our office is really beautiful. Even sometimes we keep on admiring it. But it was my first speaking opportunity in Berlin, and I really enjoyed it. And like you said, the community is just so welcoming and warm that you fall in love with it, right? So you've had almost 10 years of a career in tech. So what keeps you motivated in tech, and what is that one thing that you wake up to look forward to?
Actually, I really love coding, like the coding itself. But what motivated me here in Berlin is that there are so many communities. Everyone is so open and supportive. For example, back then in Ukraine, when I started with Python, I was struggling a lot because there was mostly no one who could teach Python. And there were communities, but they were also not Python related. They were C++ or Java. And then I just could not find anything Python related. When I moved here, there were at least, I think, 4 or 5 Python communities, which was really nice. And I didn't expect so much support from everyone, basically. Like, they don't even know me. I just moved here. I don't even know the city, but then I already know people from communities. Yeah, that's really inspiring.
I totally agree. Berlin is so multinational and it is so warm and welcoming that you're from Ukraine, I'm from India, and we're sitting here and talking on by Berlin, right? And that is the beauty of Berlin. So I also know that you're very active in conferences and meetups. Can you talk about one of your most favorite or memorable experiences at the one of the conferences?
Actually, there are a few of them. I'm not sure which to share because at the beginning, my first talk was at PyLadies Berlin chapter. That's how I fell in love with presenting something for broader community, because I used to present only in my teams. And we had knowledge sharing sessions. I knew how to present, but I never tried something like presenting at the meetup. And then the first um, feeling when you are getting to the stage, you're not there yet, and then you're going to present, you're worried, and then you're excited at the same time, and you're trying to breathe in and out and then relax. And then you're already there, and people are looking at you, waiting while you will start. You're connecting all the devices, everything is like silence, this first second, and then you start, and then it's already finished. Basically, yeah, it was my favorite one was the PyLadies. And after that, I applied to a lot of conferences with the same talk, which I gave there. It was like the first push.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, the first one is always very special, right? And even for me, the first one with in Berlin was with PyBerlin, and the way you were talking about that 1 minute before the event, it I totally connect with it. I still remember there was so many people, and I was nervous and excited, but it was something that I'll always cherish. So Python is our bread and butter. What is your favorite quirk about Python? Your favorite library, function, or anything that you would like to share?
I have two.
Mhm.
I fell in love with Black and structlog. Basically, our after our PyBerlin meetups, I learned about them there, and then we started using in my teams. And I also brought it into one of the new teams. I really love structures. So basically, both of them, they kind of make structure in the code. One of them, structlog, is making structure in the logs specifically, so you can easily parse them. You can see them in the way key value pairs. And also Black will just structure your code, so you don't have to fight in the code review that this is wrong, it doesn't look nice, this is not not acceptable. Yeah, this is just really
I
nice way of automating code review parts.
Very interesting. And also, you are a tech lead, and I think the number of female tech leads are it still needs to be improved upon. So, do you think your journey has been any different or any unique, considering that you are a female tech lead?
um, I would say, as usual, it's maybe my personal feeling, but from women it's usually expected a bit more of an outcome than from anyone else. That was my feeling from even Ukraine and when I started in Germany. So it took quite a while to push to the official position in the title, because I have a lot of years of untracked leadership experience. Even in Ukraine, I was helping to share some responsibilities of my team lead. We were sharing mentoring and also setting up the Scrum. I was helping the team to adapt all the organizational structures. And also I helped to set up some tech leadership levels, but it was all not official. And I didn't even know how to push forward, what to do. What can I change in my life that they will recognize me as a lead, because I am basically doing that. Yeah, it took a really long while and a lot of books to read, to be honest. And yeah, I kind of started reading books and improving. And I realized that there is a really big percentage of cases that you need to deal with people, not only code. So it's not only leadership on the technical level, not just defining which language to use, which library to use, but also help people to build safe environment at work and also resolve some difficult conversations, some issues between colleagues. And this requires a lot of soft skills, even if you're not leading the team, just to communicate, and also in code reviews, how to be polite, how to be nice to everyone. So yeah, I had a lot of experience and I had a lot of mentors. They maybe didn't realize that they were helping me a lot, but yeah, they did.
That's really interesting, because I think as females we sometimes forget to acknowledge our own selves and not realize how much credibility and how much achievements we have. But it takes time for us to understand, and also for us to make the society understand that yes, we deserve it, right? So, on that note, what is your message to all the girls out there who are aspiring to be tech leads or product managers or entering the tech community? What is your message to them?
My message is be yourself. Don't lose yourself in the team, because this is really important, that you don't have to change yourself to fit into the team. You have to find a team which will fit into your needs. So that's how you can be happy. But also there are lots of mistakes which are made by girls, ladies, women specifically, because that's how we taught to behave in our lives, how to be a lady, I would say, in the society. And there is actually a great book about that, which is called Nice Girls Don't Get the Corner Office by Louis Frankel. I read it, and there are lots of advices about what is wrong behavior. Unfortunately, some of them I had to learn myself, because I was doing those mistakes and I didn't even realize that there is a mistake. And also I learned a lot from PyLadies. They have a lot of diverse events when they teach what are the mistakes and what is nice to do for yourself.
I really like how you're so community driven and you push for it. And even in my interactions with you, I love how you've always motivated others and given them their space to shine. And as a community, I think it's very important that we help and promote each other. With your strong background in Python, what would be your message to the Python community?
My message would be keep up with the community, help to build it, and also keep focus on open source, help each other to learn more Python, and just be Pythonic.
Great. So thank you so much, Anastasia, and have a great day ahead. And thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, you too.